Now, not everyone taking this class is going to be working inside of a big organization like Microsoft or Clover Health. You're not always going to own your own businesses like we did at Churnlist, the company that created Get Raised. So I want to give you an example that isn't actually mine. I want to give you an example that someone used with me in an interview and that I loved because it was about something incredibly local to them. So one of the canonical questions I tend to ask people during interviews is, tell me about a time you changed your own or someone else's behavior. I want to see how they think about behavior change from a process-oriented lens. So I had a young woman say, well, it really annoyed me that my roommates would drink red wine and then they wouldn't rinse out their glass and the wine would dry and then nobody can ever get their hand in there and it's just annoying to try and clean out this dried red wine at the bottom of wine glasses. So the behavior that I wanted was for them to rinse out their wine glasses so it didn't dry out and we didn't have this problem with cleaning. I started to observe them, and I noticed that when this really tended to happen the most was when they had their friends over for drinking absent a meal. So when you sit down for dinner and you have red wine with your meal, you're going to get up and rinse your dishes, your other dishes, your plate and your silverware and things. And so you tend to rinse your wine glass at the same time. But when people were just over for drinking, maybe they were pre-gaming before they went out, and they noticed that in particular this happened when people were going to go somewhere afterwards, right? Maybe they're going to have a drink and then go to the club. Hey, that's when it started to happen. So she tried all sorts of different things. She talked to her roommates about it. She put up a sign. She did all sorts of different things. And then the thing that ended up working was a bottle brush, right? They didn't want to stick their hand in there either. She just made it really easy for them to swish this around. So she got a bottle brush that fit, and then it solved the problem. That was a great example. I loved it because it was local to her. She wasn't part of some big organization. She wasn't doing some giant thing in the world. She just did the work in her own life. The great thing about behavioral science and, using this sort of side method is that you can change your own behavior. It's a magical thing that people underappreciate about a good process. It works at any level. You can use it to change the behavior of everybody on the planet, the size of a government or an intergovernmental organization like the UN, but you can also use it to change your own behavior. You can, in this class, think about what is it you want to change? Do you want to stop smoking? You want to eat better? You want to work out more often? Play more videos? Play less video games? Write more? Make videos like these? You can design for that. Strategy, define what it is you want to do. Insights, understand why you are and aren't doing it today. Talk to other people who successfully do it. What's different, right? Who's always doing it, never doing it? When do you always do it or never do it, right? Look at your own behaviors. Then you can start to design and try things, and you can try experiments on yourself. You can make interventions and evaluate whether they work and then scale and replicate the ones that do. That's the level of thing that you can do something at. Even if you're not working at a big company, you may not even be employed. You may be a student. You may just be taking this because you want to, right? You can use this in your own life. You can use this in parenting. You can use this with a local nonprofit or in volunteering. There's a million opportunities. Don't sit around and wait. Getting good at side is about practice, 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 practice. Getting good at applied behavioral science is about practice, practice, right? Don't ask permission. Don't wait. Just start. That's going to be the thing that'll help you.